You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not.
So with your strap, hopefully it's quite a long one, but we're going to thread it through both of the D-rings. You might already have done this, but thread it through both of them, and then it double backs on itself and goes underneath the first metal ring, so that you can then pull it nice and tight, and it's at its fullest length. Right on the end of that D-ring there, and it'll hopefully lock into place. Have you got that? And then we sit, so we place it, oh, missed a leg there, underneath us, so it comes around the back, so about there, I'd say, about lower hips, and then we keep that hold of that D-ring, and we place it over our feet. Ha ha ha. And then we've got that D-ring and we can pull it tight. So it's around the back, over the top of the hips, over the top of the ankles, underneath the feet, and you've got your D-ring here so that you can pull that nice and tight closer towards you. So you're sitting in a butterfly, but the strap is actually kind of, oh, that's nice. A nice little cradle. You see? So sitting upright, but giving in just a little bit to the lower back. Ah, nice. So sitting up, relaxing through the fingertips, relaxing through the wrists and the shoulders. And just feel that you're being kind of held by the strap. You know, it's wrapped around the feet. You can relax the knees out to the side, sitting nice and tall, relaxing into the shoulders, particularly today, and into the throat and the facial expression. And just come to a nice steady breath. As you sit here and feel this strap looping itself around you, holding, supporting, cradling. Just take in how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally today. And as we start to introduce the use of props through this month, this week is first week of the month with the strap. We'll move into other props later on in the month. But we see them sometimes as a hindrance or as support or a bit of a faff. So try and see them as our friends, always turning to our friends on the mat when we need them most. They also can intensify and challenge a posture as well. Going easy with yourself today. Being aware of how you're moving when holding the strap. The wind carries things away and brings other things closer. It doesn't think about the destination, it just blows where the current takes it. As the wind travels, it picks things up only to set them down in a new location. The wind doesn't hold on tight because it knows that nothing is permanent. The spirit of wind is letting go. So be like the wind today, releasing and receiving as needed, and be fluid, given that nothing is permanent. Just thinking about some of the words in there, that not gripping on too tight. When we're holding the strap, don't grip so your knuckles turn white, but we're just holding on to the strap. Also thinking about being fluid. And don't worry, nothing is permanent, so we'll always, always be coming out of a posture. Nice and slowly bring the hands back behind you and then just start to lift the feet up and bring yourself back onto your forearms if you can. So the feet are raised up a little bit and you can just, again, cradle those feet about an inch off the mat, letting those hips relax and the knees fall out to the side, and then place the feet down and just support the spine in a little bit of a fish pose here. So drawing in the shoulders together, propping yourself up with your elbows, letting the knees relax out to the side. Good. And you can look up to the sky or look along the body. And then start to continue if you can, if I'm all the way right at the back of my mat, but if you can, continue all the way down onto your back. And exhale into your reclined butterfly there. And then soften again once more. As you just take a few breaths to know now that this posture is less restrictive. You can relax a little bit more when we're down on the mat. And take hold of both of the straps and pull the feet in towards you. So you're going to pull the heels in towards the buttocks. Again, don't hold on to that strap too tightly. Hands might be down by the thighs or by the ankles. And pull the heels in towards the buttocks, pressing those knees out to the side. And then nice and gently, you're going to be able to keep the feet up and just unloop from the ankles. And then here we're going to move that strap to the thighs. So you take it out from underneath your sacrum, place it around the thighs, and then pull it tight, hip width. So you've got that little gap in between the knees. The soles of the feet are down on the floor. And you're starting to press against the strap with your outer thighs. Hands come down by the side of the body, palms are face down. Spread the shoulder blades there. And start to introduce pelvic tilts here. So we're rounding up through the spine and then pulling tailbone underneath us. Keep pressing into feet and pushing against the strap on the outer thighs. Each time those pelvic tilts get a little bit higher, we're driving the knees forward over the middle toe and then roll it all the way back down. Shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Do that all the way up 2 or 3 times. And then on the 3rd time, we're going to stay and hold in our bridge. Pushing through the feet. You might like to interlace the fingers underneath you, pulling those shoulders back underneath, rounding them off. Neck is long, thighs are strong. You're pushing out to the outer thighs. Nice and slowly release the hands if you took the interlaced option. Roll the body down very, very slowly. And you're going to then bring the knees in towards the chest. Take the strap away. And just use the half strap, as it were, over the top of the shins and pull each side down. So you're going to pull the shins closer, 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 in knees to chest. Exhaling. Releasing through the spine. Again, don't hold the strap too tightly. And then place the strap on both soles of the feet this time. So you've got the strap coming down through the center of your legs, and extend both legs at the same time up towards the sky. Start to push the outers of the feet out. So you've got a gap, again, hip width. So the outer edge of your feet is coming down past the calf, down past the outer thigh, and you're going to start to pull the hands all the way down to the end of the strap, closer to the body. We're going to push those outer feet outwards. You might feel that down the back of the leg or the outer hip. Knees can be bent or straight. We're gazing up towards the toes. It's a little bit of an active posture because you have to keep pushing those feet outwards. And then bring the feet together and start to bring the toes just a little bit closer towards the body, over the top of the head. That's it. So legs might be straight or bent, but feet are together. You're pulling the toes back over the head. Exhaling into the back of the legs. Don't over forcing this one. Relaxing tailbone down. Good. And then release the strap from the left leg, keeping it on the right. Placing left foot down. We're going to start to work with single legs. So extending up your right leg this time. Hand to big toe, as it were, if you want to intensify the stretch. Extending the left leg along the mat. Take 3 breaths there. Again, honoring the body as you start to breathe into the back of that right leg. We're going to take it out to the side, so opening up the hip, external rotation, letting that leg drop down, supporting it with the elbow or just holding onto the strap, releasing the left arm out to the side. And giving in to the weight as you come into hand to big toe number 2. Keep pulling down on this left hip here. We're really trying to connect that left buttock downwards. And then breathe in, bring it back into the center. We take the left hand to the strap, right hand reaches out to the mat, and we roll over onto the left hip as that leg releases over. Now, it's not about getting the foot down to the floor. It's about opening up through the revolve of the spine, chest, and shoulders. So keeping the right shoulder ideally pressing down into the mat, and you can keep that right leg bent or straight. The underneath leg, again, might be bent here, or it might be straight, but this would technically be your standing leg if we were upright. Couple breaths. Breathe in, bring it back into center. Hands come down all the way to the end of the strap, close to the body, and you're going to slowly lower the leg all the way down. Release out into a moment of relaxation of Shavasana, noticing how that right leg now feels. Bring both knees back in towards the chest. We're going to repeat that. So taking the strap, placing it over both soles of the feet, lifting up both legs. Both feet are together. Going to pull the hands all the way down to the end of the strap so the elbows relax. And then gently pull those toes towards the head, towards the back of your mat, lengthening tailbone down. It's important not to try and lift the buttocks here so that, again, the toes go further back. We're really trying to pull the navel down, spine down, lengthening tailbone as much as we can as those toes come closer towards us. We're going to bend the right knee, release just the strap onto the left foot. Right foot comes down, and then exhale, hands right down at the bottom of the strap into that left leg reclined stretch number 1. If you want to, intensifying or challenging yourself, releasing that right leg all the way along the mat, but keep pulling down the back of the leg there, down towards the mat. So the knee isn't too bent, pulling it down. And then exhaling, external rotation of that left hip, opening it out to the side and just letting the leg become heavy. Releasing the right arm out to the side of you, palm face up. Trying to pull down the right buttock, right hip draws down. Notice if you've gripped into that left buttock. Breathe in, bring it back into the center. We're going to take it all the way across the body as you change to the right hand in the strap, and it comes into that revolve twist. We're not looking to get that leg all the way to the floor. We're looking to open the chest up towards the sky. Releasing left hand out to the side at shoulder height, really pulling down the left shoulder blade. Again, legs can be bent or straight, but if the underneath leg is straight, make it active. Breathing in, bring the leg back into the center, and then slowly lower that left leg all the way down. Use the strap to do that. So just releasing the strap through the hands until it comes all the way down to the mat. Take a moment to rest. Let everything release. And then bring those knees back in towards the chest. Take the strap away. And then take the double part of that strap again over the top of the shins to pull the knees in closer to the chest. You might like to just rock and roll a little bit from side to side, and also circling the knees one way away from the body and the other way away from the body. So place the strap by the side of you for the moment. And if you like here, you can simply roll over to one side and bring yourself up into seated, or you might like to give yourself that little bit of impetus into a half boat, sitting up onto the sit bones, and release the feet. So bring yourself round to tabletop. Find your cat and cow here. So just start to feel those feelings that we had in the pelvic tilts. Looking forward and exhaling, rounding. And nice and slowly release hips back towards the heels. Extend the belly along the thighs and reach the fingertips forward, exhaling into your child's pose, bringing the head down towards the mat. And as the forehead rests down in front of you on the mat, just taking a moment to see how far you've already come through the practice this morning. Starting to get into the practice, into your focus, into your mind. And any intention that you want to bring in for the practice today, whether it's just finding new ways to explore using a prop, using a strap to aid and assist. And then inhale, come back up into seated and bringing the legs around in front of you. So come back into that butterfly pose. I'm going to turn and face you here. And take your strap, and we're going to need to probably extend that loop out just a little bit there. So make that strap a little bit bigger, probably a bit more, about 2/3, I would say. Okay. And then the hands go on the inside of the strap, and the thumb is out in the front. So you're pushing the hands out to the side. You're going to bring the arms up towards the sky and start to just pull down into cactus. Good. Pull down. Do 4 of those. Good. Then we're going to reach out to the side. So keep the integrity of the strap. So the strap stays nice and tight as you reach over. Good. Bring yourself back over to the other side. And just do that 2 or 3 times. Good. Keep pushing out through those palms. And then we're going to start to move this forward. So we bring forward, exhaling into the fold, and then come up and go into the back bend. So pushing the chest forward and pushing the arms out. And then again, release into the fold and inhale into the back bend. It's harder actually in butterfly. Goodness me, it's a lot easier in cross-legged. And then come back into center. So this time we're going to do a big circle. So I'm going to move away from my plant. So big circle, you go over to the right. Oh, Wesley's back. Over to the right, over to the front. Let me just let him in. Come on then. Hello. Oh, hi. You've been having some fun. So we're going to do a big circle. And then forward, or out to the side, back. Yeah, keep the tightness, the tautness of the strap. And hopefully that's about 2 or 3 times. And then go the other way. So round, back, forward. And all the time you're just monitoring how the spine is moving into the lateral stretch, the forward fold, and the back opener. And bring yourself back into center. Good. Spin the legs around, come into kneeling. Let's go into a cow face or arch your arms from here. So right arm stays on the top, holding the strap, releasing left arm back behind you. And again, maybe your fingers meet one another, but for now, use the strap. So what I've got is I'm holding on to the strap with my hand there and using the other one in the center of the spine. So stay nice and tall. We're going to pull that right elbow in towards the ear. We're softening through the rib cage. And then we're going to start to lengthen the elbow up and forward as we take a fold. So the elbow does not drop. You're pulling on that strap. So that strap becomes a little bit tighter. Try and keep the hips down towards the heels. Keep lifting the elbow up and away. And then lengthen the elbow. And bring yourself back up and release to the other side. So left hand on top, right hand underneath. Oh, look at it. Drawing left elbow in towards the body. Sorry, left elbow in towards the ear, right elbow in towards the body. Keep that elbow lengthening up. And then as we go forward, that elbow leads. Good. So try not to let the elbow drop as you fold. Belly comes down. Keep the elbow lifted, lifted, lifted. Keep pulling on the strap. And then lengthen elbow away to bring you back. Oh. and release. Bring the strap down in front of you, place the palms and tuck the toes for downward facing dog. So we've already done our downward facing dog as we were reclined. So this was the posture that we were in with the strap over the soles of our feet, pedaling out through the feet, releasing back into the hamstrings, back of the legs, into the spine. And let's come through 3 connecting vinyasas of choice. And whether that's the knees, chest, chin, cobra options or your chaturangas, you can choose. So coming forward into the plank, choosing chaturangas, up dogs, or knees, chin, chest, back into down dogs. 2 more. Each time flowing fluidity with the breath back into downward facing dog. Take a moment to pause, exhaling. And nice and slowly walk the feet all the way to the front of your mat. You're going to lift up one of the straps, place the feet over the other. We're going to hold down by the side of our calves with the strap and start to lengthen into a fold, pulling ourselves towards the thighs. Again, bent knees, straight legs, choices, letting the head relax down towards the feet, lifting up the sit bones. Never over forcing these forward folds. And then lengthen into a half lift. Still holding onto the strap somewhere about the shins or the calves. And then again, just release and fold. Pull yourself down a little bit further. That's my ankles cracking. Inhale into the half lift. And exhale into the fold. Release the strap from the feet. And then roll up all the way to stand. Take the strap with you. The hands go on the inside once more. And the thumb to the front. So we're coming back into that same thing that we did when we were down in butterfly. Okay. So let's just do the same thing standing in Tadasana that we did. We started to pull down into those cactus. So think about the elbows going nice and wide, pulling down. And then we lean out to the right, crescent side bend. Much easier standing actually than butterfly. Over to the left. Bring yourself center. Over to the front into a fold. And then up into a back bend. Push out through the palms. Make sure the shoulders aren't lifting up towards the ears. Bring yourself back. Now we do the circles. So they go over to the side. You can bend the knees if you like and circle to the front, over to the side and around to the back. Do 3 going one way. And think of the integrity of the posture itself. So how you're bending through the knees, the spine, moving through the hips. And then once you've done 3, go the other way. So lateral forward flexion, lateral back extension. And once you've done 3, come back to stillness, bring the arms down for a moment's rest. And if you like, just move the shoulders, circle out the shoulders one at a time, give them a little shake. All right, are we ready to get the legs involved in this too? So the right leg, I'm going to move my mat slightly forward actually, because I keep hitting the wall with the strap. So choosing your option here, either a kneeling or a standing crescent lunge. Again, the strap stays the same. The hands are on the inside. If you like, you can take the grip like that, or you can keep pushing out with the hands open. So we're going to take the right leg back. Choose your option, standing or kneeling. We're going to do 4 of the pull downs. So they're the lat pulls downs that you might do in the gym. 2. Strap just comes and touches the top of the shoulder blade. 3. And 4. We go out to the side. Dip to the side. Dip to the side. We come forward. This time we extend the back leg if you've got the straight, if you're in a high lunge. Reach, 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 long spine. And then we go back into the back bend. Legs try and stay where they are all the time. Then we introduce the circles. Right, forward, left, and back. Try and keep the legs from not moving at all. You're staying static in that lunge. And 3 of those. Oh, good. And we're going to basically bring our right leg through. And we're going to switch the strap, place the foot on the strap, and then extend into your hand to big toe. Good. Extend it out to the side. Open out the hip. Maybe change the gaze to look towards the left fingers. Bring it back into the center. Change the grip on the strap into the revolved version. And bring it back into center and release. Let's go left side. So left leg goes back. Again, choosing kneeling or standing option. 4 of the pull downs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over to the side. Center. Over to the side. Center. In front. 4. Reach long. Bring it back. Lift your chest. Lift your heart to the back. Open the shoulders. Nice. Bring it center. 3 of the circles. Left, center, right, back. Test your stability in that lunge. We come back into the center. We find the balance and we bring left foot forward. Take the strap, place the foot on the strap. Bring the knee up and extend. And again, you can always, you don't have to use the strap in these postures. Your hand might meet that foot, but we are using the strap today. So opening out to the side, changing the gaze to look towards your right fingertips. Bringing the leg back into center, changing the grip, and then opening left arm back behind you. Again, changing the gaze to look towards your back fingers. Fantastic. And release. Oh, well done. So now let's go sideways onto our mat. Again, this is where we still use the strap for shoulder opening, but you might want to make it to its longest length because the arms are going to go sweeping over the top of the head. Now, if the double is still too tight and the arms are not moving like that, then I would say release out the strap and just make it, one single strap. So wide-legged forward folds. The hands come back behind you first of all by the buttocks. We're going to lean the chest forward, take into your fold, and release forward. Exhale there. And then the arms come over the top of the head, maybe releasing to the floor. To the back and forward. So just notice here how the shoulders are moving. And if you like, you can bring the hands in or a little bit closer to one another. But it's trying to find the balance because one shoulder might move a lot easier than the other as you move these hands forward and back. Be really sensitive to how the shoulder girdle actually responds to this. Because one might go, oh, I just need to wiggle a little bit to get over. So you might have, made the strap too short. Okay. And then nice and slowly, we come all the way back up. And we step together. And we're going to take a triangle pose. And this time, we're going to extend, before I undo that. We're going to go all the way down to a short loop. And that goes over your front foot. So again, you want to make the strap really nice and long. Good. Coming into your triangle pose, hand comes down. And again, the integrity is the tautness and the tension through the strap. So we're really trying to find the line of our arms with the line of the strap. Fingertips reach down towards the strap. They might be at the calf, they might be at the thigh, but the strap is nice and tall and long and tight. Good. Now, if you like, you can start to move into an extended. So that is out here. Good. And bring it back up. And come back out. We take the strap there off of our foot. We're going to go into warrior and a bind and into bird of paradise. So warrior pose. Keep the strap in your left hand. Release down. Come into the bind. Hand loops underneath. Find your strap. Open up the chest. Sink into the hips. Ground through the back leg. Good. You're in the side angle bind. Now we're going to look towards the front foot, step the back to the front. Stay with the bind, look forward, and that arm simply lifts the leg. Now from there, you might stay with the bent leg option, or you extend. So the bent leg option, the strap is supporting the thigh. Wonderful. Place it down. You stay with the bind, stepping back with the left leg. Come back into that bind and release the strap down by the front of you. Turn onto the toes, go back into plank and find a connecting vinyasa. Ooh, that's just a nice bit of release. Exhale into your downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Exhaling and inhaling. Looking forward, walking the feet all the way to the hands. You're going to pick up your strap and roll up through the spine. So let's go other side. So we're doing triangle, warrior, or triangle, extended triangle, warrior, side angle bind, bird of paradise. So strap goes over your front foot. Top hand takes the strap. Reach out into your triangle pose. The strap goes behind the back of the neck. Reaching up, pulling the strap. That's it. And then again, if you want to, you can bring the hand down just a little closer to the head and go into the extended version, which is a lot harder this side for me. Good. Keep the tautness of the strap if you can. We're pulling on the strap and then go back through the triangle and release up to stand. Take the strap away from that foot. Come into your warrior two. Strap is just in your back hand. Bending into the front knee. Release down and over. Thread through left arm underneath left thigh. Taking hold of the strap, finding the bind first of all. Good. Bending into the front knee. Strong through the back leg. Rolling rib cage up towards the sky. We're going to look towards the front foot at the front of the mat. And we're going to bring that back leg to join it. 1 or 2 steps, of course. You ground through that right leg. And then you lift up the left. Again, that leg can stay bent. Or you can extend into your bird of paradise from the back of the knee. Then bring the leg back, place it down. Step back with the right leg. Find that side angle with the bind once more. Bring yourself center to the mat, strap goes down, and take it back into your connecting vinyasas. Back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths, and we will all just take it down to child's pose. Good. So you can see through all of those postures, they have either challenged you or they have intensified the practice or the asana, or they have made them easier. Okay, good. So we're going to come back to kneeling. We've done all of our standing work. Well done. Done all the standing balances. So having your strap, and I would say probably pull it out to about so much again. We're going to come into heron, seated forward fold actually. Yeah, let's do seated forward fold before we do heron. So bringing the legs out in front of you, placing the strap over the soles of the feet. You can do a single pull, or you might have both hands holding onto those straps. Try not to hold the strap too tight. Sitting up nice and tall, and then exhale. We gently pull ourselves closer to the legs. Lift up, lengthen, release the sit bones. Exhale, fold, soften through the head, the neck, and the shoulders. Again, keep holding on to the strap, but not too tightly. Gently pulling yourself towards the legs. Nice and slowly roll up through the spine. Whilst you're down there, just make sure that you just release the right leg. Keep it on the left. We're going to bring the right leg in towards the thigh. And you've got your left hand and your left foot on the strap. This is where we bring it up and we take it over the back of our head into that Parivrtta Janushirshasana. And just using the strap again, reaching it over. Rounding through both sit bones. Nice. And the hand just gradually goes down the strap as you open up the rib cage. Nice side stretch. We've done lots of lateral work. Nice and slowly roll up. We're going to go back into that seated forward fold. Second time around. Sit tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Relaxing head, neck and shoulders. Soften through the spine. Breathe in through the back body. All the way through the back of the legs. Gently roll up, release the left foot this time from the strap. Keep it on the right. We bring the left foot into the right thigh. Open yourself out, preparing yourself for this Parivrtta hand to big toe stretch. Or head to knee. And just pulling yourself closer, closer, closer to the foot. Keep rolling open the rib cage though. It's not about getting closer to the foot and compromising the actual side stretch. So yeah, roll open the left rib cage just as you would do in that side angle pose when we're in that bind. Open, open, open to the sky. Nice and slowly bring yourself back. Release the strap from the foot. Now bring the right leg back underneath you, half hero. If you need to, you can use a cushion or a block to sit on here to lift the hips up. If this right leg is just saying to you, no, I really don't want to be bent here. This is where we come into our hero pose. So you can again take the strap underneath the sole of the foot and hold both of the straps, or you might just simply like to place the loop and then work from there. We are keeping the chest nice and lifted. We're not slouching in through a rounded back, but we are opening the chest, pulling the foot towards the head and the chest towards the shin. Again, try not to hold the strap too tight. And again, this might be a posture where you can hold the foot, and that's okay too. You might just simply like to give that one a good stretch there, but I'm just going to hold the leg for a moment and I can pull it closer. Good. And let go of the strap. See if the leg drops. Keep the lift. Oh, and lower. I felt that straight in my thighs, right in my quads. Change sides. Right leg comes forward. Left leg bends. Half hero. Placing strap underfoot. Sitting up tall on both sit bones. What I tend to do is drop back just a little bit so that I can get the thigh in towards the chest and then extend and then lift up into the chest so I can get the nice spinal. There, beautiful, really, really nice. Pulling toes towards the forehead, pulling chest towards the shin. And again, you might be able to grab the foot here, that's okay too. So just see how far you are away from that. And then prepare yourself to keep the leg where it is as you just let go of the strap. Oh, don't let the leg drop. Oh, it's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. Oh, good. Spin both legs around. And this is where we come into a boat pose. So again, options are that you can put the strap over both feet and hold both ends of the strap, or you might like to use the loop again and use the central strap. I'm going to go for both sides. So this is your boat pose. We are sitting tall on the sit bones, and we are starting to find the balance by lifting up those heels away from the mat and then extending. Ooh, teetering, wobbling. Good. Holding onto the strap, so much easier, isn't it? Boat pose when you got the strap. Lift the chest, pull the toes towards the body. Ooh. Keep breathing. Oh, and this is exactly the same as we did if we were lying down. Remember, this is an inverted V, so this is technically a down dog. It's those double leg hand to big toes when we're down on the back. We're going to revisit those as well. And let go of the strap. Oh, hold the boat. Oh, and well done. Woo! Release out. Good. Okay. Let us come back down onto the mat. So have the strap by the side of you, obviously. Roll down super, super slowly and then draw the knees in towards the chest and placing the strap over the shins once more. So you can double that strap up there, which is really nice, and pull those knees in. I'm really hoping now that we've returned back to the supta postures, the recline postures, feeling a lot more mobile, a lot more flexible. Exhaling, lengthening tailbone down. Relaxing through head, face, throat, shoulders, chest, upper back. Keep pulling knees into chest. So keep the strap on the right shin and extend the left leg. We're going to only pull in knee to chest. It releases tension through the spine, soften the belly, relax the lower back. Now, whilst we're here, we're going to take that strap over the sole of the foot and we're going to open up into a half happy baby. So we're going to use the strap. Maybe it's doubled over the sole of the foot so you can hold on to both parts of the strap and pull the right knee down. Foot is gently flexing up towards the sky again. Try not to hold on to the strap too tightly. We're pulling the thigh downwards towards the mat, away from the hip, away from the rib cage. Now here you can start to extend the toes and the back of the knee. So releasing that. Exhaling. If the leg's gone into some tremors, you can always return to the bent knee option of the half happy baby. But I'm hoping that this is a lot more flexible than the first time that you did it. And bend at the knee and release the strap and let the leg go long. Shimmy out through the hips, the pelvis, the lower back. Let the legs shake from side to side. That includes the feet and the ankles. And then that might move up into the shoulders. We're going to bring those knees back in towards the chest. Give that stretch once more, taking the strap over the shins. Pulling both sides of the straps downwards towards the hips. Tailbone lengthening. Knees coming towards the chin. So this time we just move the strap over to the left knee only, extending the right leg. Pull left knee to chest. Try and relax through the hips, the glutes, belly and lower back. And yes, of course, we can use the hands to do this, but we're just trying different ways of exploring props. We're going to move into the half happy baby. So we take the strap over the foot, open out the hip, and then pull the thigh downwards. Get the thigh really free of the waist and the rib cage. And then the extension comes from the back of the knee. So we try to keep the thigh where it is, parallel to the mat. Extend gently from the back of the knee as you breathe out. Reaching those toes to the top corner of your mat. Exhaling there. Good. Wonderful stretch through the back of that leg. Always breathing, always knowing that you are not overstretching, of course. Bend at the back of the knee to release. Take the strap away and let that left leg release to the floor. Take a moment to rest. And also just release into the hands because we've been holding the strap a lot through the practice. So this might be a nice opportunity to release into the fingers, the palms, and the wrists. So this time we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest without the strap and see if we can take our elbows across, and we might take hold of our elbows, so hand on each elbow. Now see if you can really pull those thighs tight, tight, tight. But again, keeping that tailbone pulling down. So I can't grab hold of both elbows and keep the tailbone down. So I just have to hold on to the wrists. So deep breath, because we're compressing thighs against the belly. Now from here, extend the legs straight up to the sky. Take a look at the feet. And this is where we're going to start to pull those toes towards us without using the strap. And just see how much room now you've got. Lengthen tailbone down. Pull those toes way back over the head. Take the hands and see if you can actually reach the toes here. And then put the two peace fingers on the big toe, and we're going to pull those out into happy baby. So knees go wide, feet go up towards the sky, lengthening tailbone. And everything seems so much easier now. You've had the help, you've had the support from your friend, the strap. Now extend both legs from the back of the knee. This is technically your wide-legged Forward folds. Lengthen tailbone. So what we've done through the practice is pretty much repeated things standing or reclined or seated. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the freedom of having no strap there to bother about. Nice and slowly, bend at the knee, bring the soles of the feet back, place the feet wide, and drop the knees together into your constructive rest. Take a moment to just pause and let that all sink in. We've worked through the upper body using the strap, mobilizing into the chest, upper back, shoulders, into the spine using the strap with forward folds, lateral flexions and back bends. We've gone into the hips and the back of the legs and also the quadriceps in the boat poses. So now draw the heels in towards one another and draw the knees in and circle out. And then just rock the knees left and right to release. Windscreen wiper twists. Well done. Let's move ourselves into Shavasana, making sure that you're nice and warm and using props that you might want to have, maybe a bolster underneath the knees. And if you like here, I'm actually going to do this. You can return to our reclined butterfly with the strap around the legs. So it simply comes all the way to the end of the strap. It goes underneath the sacrum, wraps around the underneath of the ankles, across the tops of the hip flexors, and then you can pull that strap a little bit tighter. That feels nice. And then that might be your Shavasana today. Softening back into whatever posture you chose. This is just a short Shavasana because this is a morning practice. So I'd rather have the focus towards the rest of your day, how you now feel as you set yourself up for the best day possible, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Reminding yourself that you can be fluid, be flexible, and know that nothing is permanent, and be like the wind. I'll let you have a few moments of silence and let you know when it's time to come back around. Begin to take a few deeper breaths as you bring your awareness back. Taking time, bring movement back into the hands, wiggling fingers, clenching and stretching, moving into the wrists. The hands have done a lot of work for you as well today. And then whether you were in the reclined butterfly with the strap or your shavasana, just starting to make your way out of the posture so that you can then roll over to one side. Bringing yourself back up to seated. Sitting tall, bringing the hands into the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Checking in now with yourself and your intention. What did you want to gain from the practice? Maybe it was just some extra strength, flexibility, some support, some assistance, some challenge, or just to explore different ways of using props in practice. And always thanking yourself. And I thank you. Namaste.